Welcome back to Cryptos Are Us. I am George. We're all George. So today, Bitcoin buy signal triggered by one person, even though it may seem like today was a bad day. I'm going to explain why. First of all, it's not. And second of all, talk about some of these altcoins that are still exploding. And third of all, why we should not be afraid of this one person and why this is a huge buying opportunity. So let's do this. Welcome, guys. Yes, I am a little bit early today because I am off-site and you know what, I couldn't contain myself. And as you can see and hear, mostly hear my voice a little bit gone. Man, I need to stop. I need to control my party. Basically, these late nights are killing me. But moving forward, I have some exciting stuff to show you guys. Very exciting stuff to show you guys. Right now, you can see Bitcoin at 61.4. Okay, we took like a 3,000 point, 4,000 point dip from our pretty cool 44,000 all the way down to a low of 40,000. Now we're about 41.6, right? And that's scary. It looked scary for about a day or so. But, you know, again, when in doubt, zoom out. You realize, what was the last time we were here? What was the last time we fell to 40,000? Well, it was actually just last week when Bitcoin pumped above 40,000 and went to 44,000. So did we really have a catastrophic drop? If you think about it, no, because just a few weeks ago, we were still in the 30s. We were still at 36, 37, 38, and everyone was complaining about how we weren't in the 40s yet, right? So today's drop was absolutely nothing. Nothing on the grand scheme of things. Nothing has changed other than we had 8 straight weeks of ups. We needed to take a breather regardless. But a lot of longs were liquidated, and it seems like one person caused all the scare. But here's the thing, even with today's drop, a lot of people are like, well, all the longs must have got liquidated, right? Well, I'm sure there were some longs liquidated, but you know, you guys know that I've been degenning on Bing X here, okay? You know those long-term leverage that I've been playing with, um, they're all way in the green still. My ADA 10X is still at 536%. My BTC, even with that 4,000% drop or 4,000 points, plus 309%. Sol still at 337%. Even my Bonk 5X, which I thought for sure would be liquidated, is still plus 100% basically, right? So it goes to show you, if you're a long-term investor, even if you played with leverage and you were degenning, if you don't get scared out by these buy signals, okay, which you shouldn't, but like because of these catastrophic drops, you take advantage. That's what you're supposed to do, and you just benefit from it, right? I mean, just to show you, even my 10x, my 20x is still open and it's still looking good, right? But overall, who caused this? Who caused this? Well, you know, I knew someone had to do this. Like there had to have been something that came out. I just didn't know this morning yet, but now I do. Well, it's none other than Elizabeth Warren. Okay, all this started happening because there was word that she was going to try to introduce some new crypto bill, some crackdown bill. Okay, and yeah, it started last night. And then when it was introduced today, Bitcoin took another dump. It was almost as if this was done on purpose. I don't know who would actually be scared of Elizabeth Warren and her crypto bill. Basically, Elizabeth Warren thinks that everything needs greater compliance. Everything needs to have a framework. Everything needs to be locked down because crypto is being used by bad people, and she's afraid of bad people and those bad usage, and that's why everything needs to be locked down. But the thing is, Elizabeth Warren doesn't even really understand crypto based on her past actions. I don't think she really understands. She just wants to throw things out there. So again, why would this all of a sudden just scare everyone away? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. And here's the thing. People are looking at her track record. She introduced 305 bills in her lifetime. 0 became law, basically. She just likes to throw a lot of ideas out there. Okay, and none of them stuck. She co-sponsored 1,745 became law, but she didn't introduce any of them that became a law. So is this one going to become a law? Probably not. But this seems to be the reason why Bitcoin took a little breather and why the buy signal triggered, because this is a whole bunch of nothing. Did anything change? Everything we've been talking about for the last, I don't know, last few months, okay, anything change? In terms of spot Bitcoin ETF approval, did we somehow get a rejection once again? Did we get the SEC saying we'll never, ever, ever have spot Bitcoin ETFs? No. No, that didn't change. No, in fact, if you got flooded out today or you panic sold today, you're going to be kicking yourself when we do get approval, first week of January. That has not changed. Well, what about the halving event? Well, the halving event for sure is not going to change. That's controlled by code. But I talked about how 2024 is a quadfecta, and one of them being the Fed will be cutting rates starting mid-year. Hey, is that going to help Bitcoin? Yes. So is the halving event going to help Bitcoin? Yes, and it's still on record, on track. And is spot Bitcoin ETF going to help Bitcoin? Yes. That is certainly. I mean, so fundamentally, did anything change with Bitcoin overnight? The answer is no. That's why this is such a big buy signal. For the remainder of this week, can we get more volatility? Can we get Bitcoin to slide down even more? I mean, there's a possibility. But when in doubt, zoom out, you realize whatever happened today, you can't even really notice it. It's not even like registering. Because keep in mind, this morning I did a video in the airport. Keep in mind, throughout these cycles, there have been major catastrophic falls like this. Minus 22, minus 23, minus 30, minus 40. There are catastrophic drops. Today was not one of them. Okay, but even if it happens, even if today we fell back down to, I don't know, 30s, 35, 38K, buy. Just because we have a breather, we have some volatility, we have a dip, does not mean the bull run is over. Does not mean fundamentally all the good things happening are over. No, it does not. Okay? So, this is what we have to look forward to. This is the last thing I'll say about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is doing just fine, moving according to plan. Nothing has changed. So today is just a blip in the road. In the coming months, with Bitcoin's movement, you're just going to forget about what happened today. That's the best way to look at it. Elizabeth Warren scared the market, and now we have a buy signal. That's it. That's what you look at. Okay? But you know what? Today, even though, yeah, we had some red, but we have some really big greens as well. BNB is up. People ask me why BNB is not going up. Well, it's up today. Avalanche. I've been talking so much about Avalanche. Look at Avalanche. $40. Did Avalanche go down? No, I've been making a lot of videos. I'm going to try to explain to you why Avalanche is so strong again. Avalanche is up over $40. Not just Avalanche, though. Look at Immutable up 18%. Hey, these are the ones I've been talking about for the last few weeks. These are the ones that are making moves right now. So hopefully you guys have been listening and paying attention. I've been connecting the dots. And you have another one, Injective, and I told you guys, Injective, one of the strongest L1s of this year, up 25%. And not only that, the newest kid in town, Celestia, is still up 19%. 19%. Right? So there are definitely people taking advantage. They saw that buy signal and they started taking advantage. A lot of DCA, a lot of gains on a day where Bitcoin goes down 4%. This is how strong the market is right now. You even have memes that are going upwards right now. Okay. I know I was looking at like Bonk, for example. Bonk is up. Okay. You would figure a day like today, Bonk should be like selling off like crazy, right? I have a bag of Bonk. You look at Snack, Snack is going up. I have a bag of Snack, right? These you figure should be going down on a day like today, but no, because people in crypto know better. Not time to be getting out. This is time to be loading up. That's how you make money. That's how you make the gains. You buy low, right? That's what people are doing. So a little bit about some of these I just looked at. Immutable. No. Injective. Injective, immutable among the top cryptocurrency gainers, right? Injective, they are starting to make a lot of moves. This year, they're one of the greatest performers. Okay, like up 500% or something. Their TVL is starting to grow because they're getting more dApps. That's quite simply it. They're getting more dApps. They're growing their TVL. More people are talking about them. They have their own stable coin. They're very interoperable, so they do work with major other chains out there, especially within the Cosmos ecosystem, right? So that's really it for Injective. They're just doing well. That's it. They're growing like what L1 should be doing, onboarding new DEXs, new DeFi, new liquidity pools, new stable coins, new partnerships, new interoperability. That's really it. So that's why Injective has been doing well. But also, there's a trend. A lot of the Cosmos L1s are doing very well. I don't have any specifically to show you about Celestia, but Celestia is another one that is doing very, very well. And I mentioned Kava the other day too. Kava's out of Cosmos. They haven't moved yet, but you know what? There may be something going on because they're also in Cosmos. So overall, I think there may be a theme there that these Cosmo L1s are gaining strength because of the interoperability and everything else that they're offering. So that's number one. I've talked about Injective a lot. But also, what about Avalanche? Avalanche, that's because they have Beam. That's because Mirror Circle's on top of Beam. Okay. They have, well, not on top, but they're collaborating with Avalanche. They have a chain called Beam, and that Beam chain is focused on games, right? And Beam has a really tight relationship with Immutable X, with Polygon. And that's why Immutable is doing so well, because Immutable now has this like collaborative environment where they get to help onboard new games. And there are a lot of new games out there on top of Beam and Avalanche. They get to work with them and bring their wheelhouse into it, which is NFTs and their new chain, the Immutable ZK EVM chain. And that's from Polygon. So you got this really close relationship I've been telling you guys about. And I said that games is going to be leading this space in a big way. So you don't want to miss out on it. Well, they have a new payment option that they just released. And I don't know if that's really going to, pump them up by like 20% today, but still, they're making moves as well. Okay. And, some of the big players are making moves as well, like Gods Unchained. They're going to be in the Epic Game Store. I mean, they're not the only game. There are a few others that's on there, but still, they're making moves, right? So this is the reason why these are doing well, because all these projects are making moves. That's what they're supposed to be doing, right? But right now, as the market is coming upwards, more and more money is flowing in. More and more people want to get in to some of these smaller plays that have greater potential than Bitcoin. And I get that, right? That's why a lot of these chains are really starting to move. So, bottom line is this, like I said, even though today may seem like it's a pretty bad day, it really isn't. The strength of the alts, the strength of the memes show you retail is here, excited, DCAing and holding. Now today, whatever happened to Bitcoin, that seems like it's more on the institutional side. That maybe some institution got scared about Elizabeth Warren, her crypto bill, and maybe they sold, or maybe they decided to take some profits because Bitcoin has been so hot, right? Maybe that's it, and then cause some liquidations. But even I showed you on my BingX portfolio, I mean, it really didn't. I mean, if you bought at the right time, it really didn't affect anything. I'm still up 300% on Bitcoin, even though it was a 20x long, right? So, bottom line is, don't panic. Whatever's happening right now always happens. You consider it a huge buy signal because there are a lot of great plays right now that you don't want to miss. And fundamentally, nothing has changed. In fact, you could argue they're getting stronger. All right, that's it. Last thing, a lot of you guys have been following me on X. Look at this man right here. So I was flying today, and then I'm like, look at who that is. That is none other than Mr. 007, Mr. Dr. Fate as well. And he's sitting next to me. I like to point out that I am sitting one row ahead of Mr. 007 because that's how special I am. No, that's not how it works. In first class, you could just pick wherever you want to sit. But I saw him. I'm like, man, should I go talk to him? I'm afraid of this guy, right? And then a lot of people chimed in and said, "Hey, this guy's arrogant prick. Don't talk to him. He's usually not that friendly with people." So I just like throughout the whole trip, I'm like looking at people. I know people recognize him, and they're like. They're all the same way. They're like, should I say something? Should I ask for a picture? So when he went to the bathroom, I saw that a flight attendant asked for a picture, and then someone else from first class went up, asked for a picture, and he said, okay. So I'm like, man, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm not going to see this guy ever again. I don't care. I'm going to ask him. This is part of me changing, right? Like a few years ago, I would have said never, never, ever. I'll never talk to him. So he got up when we were, getting off the plane. I was standing up. He is standing up. He's grabbing his things. I'm like, Mr. Brosnan, I'm a big fan. Do you mind if I take a picture? He is kind of like, caught off guard. He felt like he didn't have a choice. He's like, yeah, pull your camera out in his British accent. So he wasn't too thrilled to take that picture with me, but whatever. I'm like, I'm never gonna see you again, man. So I really appreciate it. Um, that's it. That's my story of the day. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, that's it. Let's do some Q&A. Since I'm on my laptop, I have to look at it from my phone. Here's the funny thing, right? Here's the funny thing. He was actually on his way back home. The whole time he was reading a script. But then, I was hanging out with Dreamer down in Florida. So Dreamer is flying back to Hawaii. Guess what? Dreamer from DFK, he's sitting next to Mr. Brosnan right now, like right across from him. So it's kind of funny that him and his wife, they were. I happened to take the flight with him on it, and now he's taking another flight to Hawaii. All right. There's a lot of chat going on here. Rob McCourt gave me a super chat. Thank you. And then yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Can you give us your opinion on Blaze on Solana Network? I'm not too familiar with Blaze, but everything in Solana is doing fine. Solana itself is doing fine above 71%, $71. Blanc is doing fine. Radium was like going up like crazy. So everything in Solana is fine. Everything like in Avalanche ecosystem is doing fine. Um, I mean, these chains are just really gaining a lot of strength right now. Good Days asking, must have coins, AMP, VET, ADA, Elrond. Not a fan of AMP. Not really a fan of Elrond. ADA is doing just fine. It pumped up 20% today or recently. And VET is also going to be doing fine. I saw Crypto Crow's eyes. I don't know what happened. He got some serious infections or something in his eyes. I'm supposed to be meeting him in Vegas. I don't know if he's going to be able to go to Vegas. I hope he has a quick recovery. Yeah, Cardano went out like 20% just a few days ago. Thoughts on Matic to be next for a pump? I will say that's not unreasonable. Matic is still one of the strongest plays. Now they have that partnership. Well, they always had a partnership with Mutable X, but now Mutable X has a partnership with Beam, Mirror Circle. That's going to help Polygon as well. So Polygon may be the next one pumping. Right now, we're seeing like rotation of pumps. That's how it is. So it's every cycle's like that. So maybe we're going to see that come to Polygon next. We haven't really seen Polygon pump yet. Even Polkadot pumped, but Polygon didn't. Yeah, Pierce Brosnan does dress well. He was in a very nice suit, and he looks pretty amazing for his age. I didn't know how old he was, but like I guess he's 70. He looks pretty good. XRP is not doing good at all. You know, that is fact. I mean, it's not doing well. It's just not doing good. It's been stuck at 60s for a long time, and it just has not moved for quite a long time. So I don't know. The XRP army is just not there right now. How high can TIA and Injective go? Well, both very well. I said Cosmos. Things out of Cosmos are very hot right now. They're making a lot of moves, a lot of interoperability. Cosmos is an up and coming layer zero. Injective, at 2.2 billion. Celestia at 1.7. They're following. You got Osmosis, you got Kava, you got a few others. Kava just went through a big upgrade, but I'm wondering if they're next in pumping because they haven't really pumped yet, but they're still big. They're at 783. I mean, man, this is crazy. It's not out of Cosmos, but still, Blanc is the third largest meme. They're still holding very strong. If they get, if they get Coinbase listing, I mean, they're gonna be next sheep. Funny story. Last night I was in 11, and we were told to move because I booked like a VIP section in the pit, and I was asked to move by a VIP manager. Like, hey, there's a big celebrity coming in. They requested to see, can you move the other style, take care of you guys? They gave me a free bottle and stuff. And then it was supposed to be Kanye, and then it turned out it wasn't. It was just some other gamer guy. But it was, yeah, it was crazy. Good Day asked ICP to 100 or 1,000. I'm not an ICP guy, so I can't tell you. 120x, yeah, that's possible. 1,000, no, probably not. Graham Kane asks, what's your opinion of the idea XRP is being manipulated for a purpose of Ripple partners? I'm gonna say it's a possibility, but unlikely. It's not easy to manipulate and price suppress XRP. You would have to have someone that has an enormous amount of it. I mean, it's not impossible, but no, that seems too conspiracy theory. I mean, that's a conspiracy theory that sounds a little far fetched. Do you think privacy coins will pump soon? Not really. How do you explain Polkadot having a higher market cap than Polygon? I really can't. I don't like Polkadot. I don't. Um, I think Polygon will overtake Polkadot for sure sometime in this bull run. They're not too far off. It's going to flip. Let's see. What are your thoughts on Domi on Avax, World of Warcraft game? I would not be surprised. Avax right now, they're being led by games. Let's see. 17, 18 million, relatively small. So I'm assuming this game is not done yet. It seems like a World of Warcraft type game. Yeah, it seems like it's a little bit too early. Seems like they're not done yet for sure. It could be a good play because everything else on Avalanche is doing well right now. How are you not ICB Kai if they're Web3? Everything on CMC is Web3, my friend. Everything, including Bitcoin. Let's see. Yeah, they could. I mean, everything, even stablecoin. I mean, even memes on Avalanche is going up. So everything in Avalanche could be going up. AI asks, what about Bonk and Snack? They're both doing well. I have bags in both, and they're holding really well. Even my leverage plays okay. I will say this, on my Bing X portfolio that I've been showing you guys, I've been like more conservative with these plays, right? My regular portfolio, my other one on MEXC, a lot of those I had to close out, and some of them I got liquidated at one. No, a couple of them, right? So, but I reopened because I'm a degen right now. I know things are gonna go up, but again, if you're playing with leverage, be prepared. You could get liquidated really quickly on a day like today, right? So if you're going to play, be careful. Don't be too greedy, right? And be nimble. Set stop losses and make sure that if you don't, that you're watching the market so you can close them out when you can. So I was able to close out a lot of stuff this weekend. Um, yeah. I told you about Ben Key, went crazy today. Good. Good, because today's Avalanche Day. Radium doing well. Yeah, I mentioned. I mean, again, right now, okay, if you wanted to just like theorize like what's going to be like the next pump, you just look at what's in Solana and Avalanche right now. They're both just doing so well. Radium is up about 82% over the last week. Today they took a little breather, but Radium is the biggest DEX within Solana. They're at 188 million. You do the math. What's the biggest DEX on BNB? Pancake Swap. They're a few billion. What's the biggest DEX on Ethereum? That's obviously Uniswap, a few billion. So Radium being under 200 million seems like that's a pretty big opportunity if you think about it. Um, let's see what I miss. Alan's asking about Arcus. It doesn't even really show up. Probably something new. These gains are beautiful. Izzy says, no, didn't say anything. Super chat. Okay, chat. Thank you. Thank you. Which narratives do you think are going to drive the altcoin season this cycle? I think games will be a huge one. It's doing that already. Games has always been around, but now they're getting listed on like, game marketplace like Epic Game Store, Steam, right? A lot of them are AAA. Even the ones that are not AAA, they're actually being released right now. So it's not just like full of false promises. So I think games will be huge. But then, the narrative with AI, I think that's going to come back. And then everything else with the new layer ones, that's never going to go away. DeFi and infrastructure stuff will always be hot as well, like DEXs and so forth. And memes, of course. Memes will lead the way. Memes never, ever, ever go away. I'm very bullish on Beam. Yeah, I've been covering a lot more about Beam. I mean, I didn't get in that early, but I did say you got to watch out for Beam. They're plus 1 billion. That's only the start for them, I think. They're going to do really well. They're carrying right now Avalanche, so to speak. The same thing with DeFi Kingdoms. People don't realize how big, how much volume DFK has. But I know they start going up like crazy. They took a little breather, but still, they're about 400% week over week. I think. Let's see, what is it for 7 days? 90% for week over week and 300% month over month. So they're doing very well as well. But like, yeah, I mean, everything in Avalanche right now and Solana, both are doing well. Beam is a big reason for that, for sure. How many entries, Carter? You keep asking about only one. We got to try with one first, and then we'll just keep going. Every month there'll be another one. Um, Render for top gaming and AI. It's neither. It doesn't use GPU sharing for either one of those reasons. They could, they haven't, not yet. Phantom is coming back up. They're an outlier. They're like a smaller L2. Their Sonic upgrade could do big things. But they're at a billion market cap. Can they recover back to their previous high? I would say yes. But a lot of the new L1s out of Cosmos is taking all the momentum, but still they're over a billion. They're not a small L2. No, they're L1, L2. Yeah, they're kind of L2, L1-ish. Um, can they get back up to $3? They have to do like a 8x. Yeah, I think so. Oof. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. Today, man, I need to recover. That's why I'm dead tired. And I lost my voice once again. But today we had a little bit of a dip. Just a little bit. Okay. Caused by Elizabeth Warren. But you know what? To me, that's a buy signal because nothing fundamentally has changed. Things are still moving according to plan. If you zoom out, you'll realize that it doesn't even register, right? So this to me is a buy signal. And a lot of you guys have been buying. That's why, like Injective and Mutable and Celestia and even Bonk, no, and then Avalanche and Solana, they're all going in the right direction, and that's upwards. Okay, it's happening because you guys are starting to realize you're not going to fall for these little dips or manipulation. Okay, you go keep on DCA and holding, and that is the right move. All right, so that's it. Load up, DCA, hodl. That's the game plan. Nothing changes. Ezzy asked about some project Menard chain. Never heard of it. All right, guys, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. I'm probably not going to live stream in the morning, but I may do something in the middle of the day or something or at night again. So stay strong, my friends. Have a good time, and I will see you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.